from blinking.
I know, you're always blinking. That's the problem.
You don't know how many times I've done that to other people. Like, I'll be sitting there talking and they'll be like, yeah, because I'll go, hey, can you hear me? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that is the word. Good one. How are y'all doing?
It's been good. It's with everything that's happening, it's just so weird though. Like, you know, I mean, it's so obviously unexpected, but
This is not how we thought 2020 would go.
You know what? That is so true, and that's one of the things I've been telling my wife. I'm like, we can do this. I can work from home. We can figure out something, blah blah blah. But we never had the opportunity to test it. Now's the time to test it. And one of the things we wanted to know is can we put up with each other for 24/7 being around? You know. And so that's a resounding yes, because man, our children are flourishing, our relationship is flourishing. It really is. Also, we was wondering about schooling for our daughter. Well, soon our son too. That hasn't been a problem. So I tell you, it really has opened a lot of doors as far as making us understand what we can really do, and it's kind of forced on us. So yeah, you're right. And it really is a progressive way of thinking. And unless you are put in this position, you would have that old mentality. I need for you to come in. I need for you to work from 8 to 5 or 8 to 4, whatever. Mm-hmm. But until it's tested like this, you know, a lot of companies are like, you know what, our balance sheets do look a little bit cleaner. And the productivity hasn't gone down. Maybe it's even gone up. So it really is forcing the hand of a lot. So we shall see. This is some interesting times. It really is. Hey, let me ask you guys something. How is the lighting on this side? Is it okay? Do I need to? Because I'm sitting in our RV, actually.
Oh, I was thinking, you guys have an RV?
We sure do. I tell you what, we have been all over this northern Italy. I love it, absolutely love it, and thinking about getting another one. My wife, I can't convince her yet, but no worries. I'm slowly chipping away.
That's our dream, though. You know that.
I tell you got to do it. It is just, especially now, we realize that when all of this, like you said, when it goes back to normal, man, when we have a free weekend, we're getting out of here. Because there was too many times where we were like, hey, let's do something. Saturday morning rolls around and we're like, well, you know what? Let's hold off. Let's just chill out this weekend. Now we are hitting the road. And so I love it, man. I have a very, I say gypsy mindset. I love to just go different places, smell different smells, see different people. I love it. I really do. Originally, I'm from South Carolina. We've been here for 3 years now. My wife is Italian and from this area, actually. So we were in the Virginia area for about 8 years prior to coming here. So you may have seen Virginia, something like that. But
okay,
yeah. When you were like, yeah, because we're 6 hours ahead, and I was like, ooh, he probably doesn't know that I'm living in northern Italy.
Yeah, there was something like that.
But I hate to correct you. You said I'm an Army man. Technically, I was in the Air Force. I work with the Army folks now. And so they are always messing with me because the Air Force and the Army, the history of it, the Air Force was born from the Army. The Army was there first, and then they created a separate, So, but the Army guys are always telling me how the Air Force doesn't work. Matter of fact, it's they call it the chair force because normally we're in the office and everything, and I'm like, hey, easy. And then I mess with them and say, hey, look, you know what? I did the same thing you did. I took that oath to come in here. I said, just because I was stationed in Greece for a year and I was on the beach almost every other day, that doesn't matter. I tell you what, they're like, you, Air Force. When I grew up in South Carolina, I grew up in the country. And I woke up at 6 in the morning, went out to the fields and did agricultural stuff. And during the winter, we cut wood. I did that hard labor stuff. And I remember thinking, even then, 10 years old, I am not doing this the rest of my life. I'm working in an office, climate control. And so that was the first thing. That was the first thing I did. But the funny thing is now, as I get older, I gravitate back to that stuff. I want to grow stuff. When I get home, I'm like, hey, Pop, you got something for me to do? And he's like, you know what? Sit down. Well, what I do is I will say, I bring energy to whatever it is I say. Generally, what I say, I truly believe it. And the more I say it, the more I believe it, then I just know it. And so for me personally, it is exactly what I know to be. Now, if something that I say helps somebody else, oh man, that's just sugar on the top of it all. But I've been able to, in these years, over the years, is to really kind of step back and take a look at my life and go, okay, given all the data and the information that has been fed to me, whether it was school, church, my parents, family, anybody, let me bounce that off my experiences. Now I can start to form knowledge. I keep bouncing that off of my experiences, then I create wisdom. And so just the everyday doing of that and really paying attention to it, how it affects me, then I can deliver that. So if somebody can take something from that and go, ooh, you know, I believe this. See, I think one of the big problems we have, especially again in the US, is we want somebody to say something exactly how we want to say it in the exact way we would say it. That's boring, first of all, because we just all be the same. And secondly, that's just not going to happen. But what we do is we'll jump on that one thing. I can say 10 minutes of just pure amazing stuff. But let me say in that 10 minutes, 2 seconds of, you know, and then the dingo came and ate your baby. Oh my God, I can't believe he said the dingo ate my baby. He needs to be
Oh my God, the best reference ever. I love Seinfeld, man.
And then you got the dingo society against me because I said the dingo came to take the baby. See, that's why everybody don't like dingoes. Easy. That's why I say, let's stop focusing on what we don't want and let's focus on what we do. Yeah, so, but I appreciate that. Thank you. It is what it is. That's what you think. You first have a thought. Whatever you think, you're speaking. Whatever you speak, you do. And the combination of those three done every single day becomes who you are.